Breaking news, Opie has been fired by Westwood One. He no longer has a podcast on there anymore. So, if you go to Westwood One, he's no longer listed. If you do a direct link to it, it's just gone. They've removed his podcast. And if you go to his Twitter, it says Opie Radio Podcast, iTunes, Facebook, Instagram. No more Westwood One link. It's done. See, I asked a question a couple of weeks ago because it was a year anniversary of him signing the deal to go to Westwood One, and if they would re-sign him. I guess the answer is no. So once again, Opie is jobless. Wow. Obviously, the podcast brought in no money, and they obviously were paying him more than he probably wasn't making that much, but obviously for them to get rid of it, they were losing money on the entire thing. So where does Opie go from here? Once again, he's jobless. One would say compound, but he's already been 5 years from now. He hasn't directly tweeted about this, but it's obvious. It's gone off of Westwood One, and he's no longer promoting Westwood One. Damn, Tim. I wonder if Tim Sabian lost his job too, since Opie was his big hire. Now, I believe Westwood One, they had a deal with Opie unlike anyone else. If you go there, they got Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin, but none of them, I don't think they actually work for Westwood One. I think they just have their podcast on there, meaning they probably don't make money from it, but Westwood One hired Opie specifically, and it lasted about a year. So once again, Opie is now jobless. So I guess he's going to just carry on with his podcast and just put it on, I don't know, I guess iTunes or Apple, which stinks, by the way, because I liked listening to it on Westwood One because it was easier than iTunes and everything like that. Plus, they're not even archived on Westwood One, so obviously the deal they signed, Opie owned all the content. Thank God, at least the next episode of Opie's podcast, you won't have to hear that Joey Salvia guy anymore. Ugh. But, yeah, so no more. So you won't be lugging around that lame equipment. So his podcast, I would assume, is probably just going to switch to the Facebook Live and Instagram Live again. Because, it was a complete and utter failure. This dude was he was putting it on YouTube and getting no views, no one in his live stream. If he uploaded a clip, if I immediately re-uploaded that clip, it would have gotten more views. It's very sad and very just shows how pathetic his career truly ended up being. No one liked watching him. I enjoyed it to some degree, but no one else did, apparently. So, but yes, Opie has been fired from Westwood One. No more podcast. Sorry, tits. But yeah. Well, give me your thoughts on what Opie's gonna do going forward.